are now tuned in to the Peace King podcast.
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of Hungry HD. And to my left, I have the incomparable.
It's Trell Maurice.
And you know we come together to form the
Peace King podcast, man.
Where we talk about health, wealth, relationships, and whatever else we feel like. And on that note, let me say peace, King.
Peace King.
Yeah, man.
What's good, Shay?
We in here. What's going
Hey,
on?
another week, bro.
Another one.
Hey, man, it's a good time to be alive, my guy.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? The episodes just keep rolling.
That's a fact.
Yeah, we doing big things over here, man. I like the attire, by the way, bro.
Appreciate
what you got
you,
going on over there, my guy?
Man, you know, I try to stay on brand. Usually stay Hungry Cloth, but today we going Sweet Renaissance.
Sweet Renaissance.
Since it is the holiday season.
Come on, man. Hey,
You know
right
what
in
I'm
time
saying?
for the holiday season,
That's
man.
a fact. That's a
Hey,
fact.
man, yo, I had the sweet potato cheesecake, my G.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even anticipate plugging this real quick. I just looked over and saw the gear again, and I'm just like, yo, that thing was good. My man got skills in the kitchen, man. Shout out to the brothers who's in the kitchen doing what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
Go to Sweet Renaissance, man.
Yeah, man.
Come on, yeah.
SweetRen.com. Listen, obviously when you're watching this, Thanksgiving already passed, but you got time to get your Christmas orders in.
Indeed.
And, you know, we go to New Year's shindigs. Take
Yeah,
one to
yeah.
the New Year's. You know what I'm saying? Bring your New Year in the right way.
Bring it
You
in
know
the
what I'm
right
saying? So you got some
way.
time, man.
Come on, man. Hey, why you at it, man? Let us know how your week been, man.
Week is hectic, man. Very, very hectic. You know what I mean? Like running off very few hours of sleep. You know, just trying to get these orders out, get these orders shipped, to get them everywhere on time. I pride myself on customer service.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's one. Actually, this is a perfect time. Let me just take a moment to say, we heavy on. A lot of people that in my network know that
Yeah.
push black-owned businesses.
Talk
And
about
we
it.
support black-owned businesses.
Yes, sir.
I will say though, there's something to be said for the customer service sometimes that comes with
Indeed.
black-owned businesses.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So if we're going to push this and we really going to build community, cooperative economics, if you will,
Yeah.
we got to stand on business and move the right way. You know what I'm
man.
saying? You can't expect people to support your business just because you're black.
Right.
Because if I can go somewhere from another culture and they're going to treat me right,
Right.
then that's where I'm going to take my money.
Absolutely,
You
man.
understand?
It's a pride thing, man.
Yeah.
Like, why are you so prideful to serve someone that looks like you?
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, get a customer service. Like, it then even, bro, especially if it's a young black man sometimes.
Yeah.
I be feeling like he thinks I'm sonning him or something because he's giving customer service.
Right.
My guy, I'm not sonning you. You just happen to be working in the drive-thru of Panera. My guy, like, I just wanted some tomato soup. I'm not sonning you. I just wanted some tomato soup, my guy.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, why you mad at me for being a customer?
Yeah.
You ain't treat goddamn Colin over there that way.
Exactly.
Why you gotta treat me that way?
Exactly.
You ain't treat good old Hunt that way, you know what I mean? But why you gotta treat Jamal that way? My guy, like, come on.
Now you nailing these names on the head right
I'm
now.
just
Nah,
saying.
bro. Accuracy is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Collins and the Hunts.
Shout
you
out
know
to
what I
them,
mean?
man. You know
Hey,
what I
but
mean?
shout out to the Jamals and the Trails too now.
That's a fact.
Hey, so we need to, I like that. I like what you mentioned, man, because like, yo, we have to get out of that mindset. Service is important
Yeah, man.
to a business. And y'all have the businesses out there. Don't miss that part. You can have the greatest product and trash service and people won't go back, bro. Keith Lee was turning ATL on it. It went viral and stuff a couple weeks ago or
I
last
ain't
week.
see it.
Keith Lee, just regular dude. I think he used to be a fighter or whatnot. But now he's been a foodie. And he, being a fighter, he had to like cut weight a lot. You know what I'm saying? So he's into the different foods that he can
That's the dude
eat.
that be doing the okay.
Do the reviews.
Yeah.
And he went to ATL and people's customer service.
Trash.
You know what I mean? The hours of operation, there are various rules, but I felt like he was very fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that service was definitely highlighted and not in a great fashion more times than not. So, yeah, man, that was a long way to say I wholeheartedly agree. We need to get it together as a community.
Together. Please do, man. Please do. Because on the contrary, to what you said as far as having a great product but trash service, you can have a mediocre product but great customer service and people gonna return. Like I'm saying, you're gonna shoot through the roof. So
Big facts.
a lot of times when you looking around and be like, yo, I know my joint is hotter than theirs. Why they not bruh, because your customer service is trash. That's what it is, man.
For real.
So that was important, man. I just came on a whim, but I feel like that was important to highlight, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
other than that, yeah, man, just very hectic week. It's usually like this around this time of year, but we pushing through. We here, we keeping it moving, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Hey, man,
How about
man.
you?
Hey, appreciate it, man. Same. Like it's been a little. It's been a little ramped up, booked and busy.
Yeah,
as
talk
I
about
say, you know what I mean. The double B's ain't nothing wrong with that, though. I like being booked and busy sometimes. It makes the time. November is flying
Facts.
by, super flying. But yeah, man, the priorities are on point. You know what I mean. The mental health is on point. The physical health is on point. I'm back running again. You know what I mean? Okay. So, like, we in there, man. I appreciate the question, and I appreciate getting back in the gym and my mental health being on point. Shout out to everybody surrounding your boy, and we in there. Yo, but November is Awareness Month for several things. It's like 5 type of things, but I want to highlight 2. We do this from time to time. Peace King Pod. You know what I mean? We said the big 3: health, wealth, relationships. Absolutely. But like, with the health part, bro. Matter of fact, before we get in the health part, shout out to the Native Americans, all right? The indigenous people, if you will.
Out.
Native American Heritage Month. You know what I'm saying? Little fun facts. Native Americans make up 2.5% of the U.S. population. 2.5, bro. The indigenous people. Bro, they were here before we were here.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we just, with these awareness months, I particularly like announcing them. We like announcing them on the show even more so because it gives us a chance to pause and let's look up some statistics. Let's bring some awareness to the fact that, like, the genocide, the wrongdoings and all of that to the indigenous folks, the taking of the land of the indigenous folks, the ones that maintain this beautiful land for a while, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna try to pull out some years or whatnot. I ain't do that thorough the research. But nonetheless, knowing that they were here already and they have their reservations in different lands or whatnot, but it's probably not even enough. But either way, shout out to them. Shout out to the plight. I hope that they keep the bloodline and stuff going. I think it's critical to our history. And man, being 2.5, I hope it stays that way. If not, hey, make some more babies, Native Americans. I can do that, man. We in here, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Man.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I echo them sentiments. There's not much to add on there. You said it great. I think that's the one piece I would add, if any, is that, definitely I agree as far as taking time to go down the rabbit hole, because a lot of times we go down the rabbit hole for things that are like very useless, you know what I'm saying, nonsensical. So we can apply that same energy to things that actually educate us and make us more aware of the people around it, because a lot of us have indigenous blood, and we don't even realize that a lot of our families were part of the indigenous people that were here, not necessarily brought over here from the slave trade. So, and we don't know these things, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can find that out by doing your research, but maybe you can.
Maybe you can.
Maybe you can.
Big facts, man. My dad's mom's grandmother, bro, she looked straight up like an indigenous person. Like, nothing, like, just straight up. If I saw a picture of her, I'm like, man, she looked like she robbed a stagecoach before, you know what I'm saying? Like, 1 or 2. She just looked mean, you know what I mean? That's like, that was my grandma that was mean. You had a mean grandma, bro?
Bro, I had 2.
Bro, I'm like, I had a nice one, I had a mean one. Man, my mom's mom always been kind of sweet, although she got older. I was like, it started to change a little bit. My dad's mom, boy, she was like, don't be running in and out of the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get them hind pots. Like, I ain't know what the hind pot. I ain't know what she was saying for years. Chicken pox? What is it? Hind pox? What is that? Oh, she said hind parts. She was mean, bro.
Oh,
I can't really recall. I might have seen her laugh once or twice. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we ain't played though. Every Sunday morning we was up at church though.
Yeah, that part.
I ain't played no games. So all my family from Baltimore. I used to go up there every summer. So that's where all my memories. Like, shout out to Be More in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ravens, we doing what we need to do right now. Like, yeah, man. So I'm gonna go on my tangents. Yeah, enough about that. Hey, man, the last one before we move on to interesting tops. Hey, man, the second awareness month, Diabetes Awareness Month. Okay. Take care of yourselves, y'all. We know there's type 1, type 2 diabetes and such. You know what I mean? It's an illness out there. It's wild. The 7th leading cause of death in America last year. There's people that are pre-diabetic that may not even know. But there's symptoms out there that'll let you know that you might want to really go get checked out. If you're urinating often, you're always hungry, extremely fatigued, blurry vision, tingling in your hands, weight loss, increased thirst, and slow healing of wounds, man. Those are diabetic symptoms, you know what I mean? Like, just make sure you take care of yourself. More than 34 million people in the U.S. have diabetes, and 1 in 5 of them don't even know that they have it. All right, that's over 1/3 of U.S. adults have pre-diabetes, right? And the healthcare costs, man, if you take it a toll on your pockets too, total of yearly medical costs and lost work of wages for people that are diagnosed, $327 billion. Billy. But you can prevent the delay of diabetes, you know what I'm saying? You lose weight, be more active, eating healthy, you know what I mean? Foods high in fruit and vegetables, nuts, whole grains, and stop smoking. Like, so if you're having those symptoms, you know what I mean? Let's do what we need to do. Go get checked out. If you do, keep doing what you need to do to maintain your health if you already are diabetic. I have a few diabetics in my family, and I just, preach to them, hey, try to stay active. Make sure you're eating correctly. It don't got to be, what do you call it, like a death note or anything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can live with it, of course, but be more cautious of what you intake. You know what I mean? You get one body.
That's a fact.
You got to take care of that thing.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Those are the 2 awarenesses, right?
Talk about
So your health, man. Your health affects a lot what you do, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, emotional, all those. But, like, your health is important.
Right.
But let's get into something, though. Yeah, I mean, speaking of health, ladies in particular. Yeah, I mean, take care of yourself because, like, when I've experienced health and not taking the appropriate medication and stuff with a lady that I was with, and it affected her libido.
Yeah.
And when the libido low,
I got to go.
the patience might be low. When the libido low, I gotta go. Like, that is hilarious. I ain't going to cap. Like, hey, just straight up and down, bro. If I'm not getting no bunny audience, like, we need to have a meeting. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever experienced like a woman where you've had a standard kind of set, you used to getting in a certain amount of way, and then all of a sudden that it kind of plummets?
Facts. And I don't, there's another aspect of it too, and not necessarily related to dieting, but I think this was a combination of like just emotional and mental health affecting it, and in combination with just other things going on in life. You know, I'm gonna leave that part out because it'll make it too specific. So at the end of the day, it just came to a point where it was like, like nothing's happening, fam. Like, it's like, let's not wait till the water runs dry. It ran dry though, fam. Like, it's like, So mind you, next thing I know, I look up, it's about like a good year. I'm not even smashing, fam. Like, it's like, fam, what are we doing here?
Stay faithful though.
Faithful the whole time.
Sheesh.
The whole time. And it's like, on top of that, a lot of other parts of the relationship was declining too. So it's like, all right, fam, you gotta like throw me a rope somewhere. Like, like do something. So it's like, it get crazy. And it's like, the mental aspect of it and emotional aspect of it that I found out, she was going through. But it's like at the same time, I didn't necessarily understand and get it at that time. I got it later. But even in the midst of it, it was like, all right, so can we go like talk to somebody? Like, we can't just sit here and like just let nothing change and do no work. Like, that's the part that I can't rock with.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? This ain't the new normal I want.
Right. That part.
It's like we gotta figure something out. I'm not like this. Yeah. This is the status quo I don't like. Man, I've experienced that, man. I remember I was with a particular woman, and bro, it was like a 10-month period. We might have hooked up like 10 times. It was like sweetie Dean, I get it. Like, yeah, you're tired. You know what I'm saying? You're going to bed, Matt Earls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with different mental things, you know, family issues. You know, and women generally are a bit more emotional, and they're going to, you know, take things a bit differently, and that can affect their drive. And, you know, it's one of those things, I want to be empathetic, sympathetic, there for you, there for her and stuff like that. And it'd be like, I can't help that I can have a runny nose, a broke arm, and a hangnail, and I'm still trying to get it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what you mean? I'm still, hey, I don't care. I'm still trying to get, bro can have COVID, need a haircut with a broke ankle, and I'm still trying to get it in, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, but,
is crazy.
you know, I was just trying to think of 3 random things. But, so ladies, take care of yourself, be understanding, and then, yeah, when I look back on, when I reflect, I could have, I mean, it was some complaining, though.
Right.
I was frustrated.
Right.
I ain't never getting it. So it's just like, yo, when you don't get it as much, you know, I may voice that, be frustrated with it, and then almost I caught myself not wanting to do a bunch of the extra things.
Yeah.
So then when I don't want to do the extra things, I'm still not getting it, but then she don't want to give it up because I'm not doing those things. So then it becomes a catch-22.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not fulfilling me emotionally. Well, you're not fulfilling me physically.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to feel you physically unless you feel me emotionally. I ain't going to feel you emotionally unless I'm getting the physical.
Right.
Like, something got to give at that point, and that's where I do agree with you. It's like, yo, we got to go talk to somebody.
And it's funny you say that because I think that was kind of the reaction I got too. It was a lot of talking about what I wasn't doing. And I had to do the same thing. Like, hold on, like let's look down the timeline, fam. Like, this didn't start. I didn't stop doing these things until it was like a long history of me waiting, and not like again. I wasn't just only physical. It was like all these other things that you weren't doing. And then how long you want me to just keep being of service and keep coming to your aid, and I'm not getting nothing in return? Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long am I supposed to do that? So it was like, let's remember how this started first. You know what I'm saying? Not that we playing who started it, but at the same time, we got to put it in perspective and be real. And that's the part where we always come back around to the accountability and the defensiveness. Sometimes when you talk to women, that's where it definitely goes wrong. Can be wrong and strong, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really think about things objectively and, you know, just be real if you really want to get to a solution.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, and then, I remember I was watching this TED Talk, and this one lady was like, ladies, you need to remember that you enjoy it. For those that, like, just do it. Just do it again. Whether you're frustrated or not, just do it. You're going to remember if you enjoy that activity, you know what I'm saying? And then it's kind of like, was that a representative at the beginning? Is this your, like, because that lady, she was on point. Who is this new version over here? Like, what the heck? Or you feel like you got me, you got comfortable, huh? You know what I mean? That's you and that big bada bins, huh? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? I want that old thing. You know what I mean? I want that old person back. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's real. You know what's crazy? A lot of the homies complain about this, man. Like, a lot. And they be like, yo, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then once you lock somebody down, like, that's what made me think of it, because you said the representative is like the sex start diminishing. It's like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Like, you know, so clearly this is a thing. You know, obviously for various reasons. And some people, like I said, mental, some people could be diet related. Yeah. Some people could be health. You got something going on with your health and you don't know about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's pregnancy, postpartum, like all of these things. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things. Yeah. Yeah. So all of these.
Call her out like that.
All of these things, you know what I'm saying, go on.
Yeah.
But they, you know, that doesn't give you an excuse and a scapegoat to just live in that space.
Right.
You got to do something about it.
Yeah. You got to do something about it. And and there's 2 things I've noticed that you know, I wonder how many other fellas is like, yo, when they come up with excuses like, oh, and I ain't even gonna say excuses, say it's legitimate because they're going through something.
Right.
You know what I mean? It gets to the point you don't even want to initiate.
facts.
And if I don't want to initiate because nobody likes being rejected by your own lady, that's where dudes get tempted to step out.
And I'm gonna take it a step further.
I ain't gonna say I didn't step out because I had.
Yeah, clarify.
But if I wasn't, I'm gonna tell you this: I would have been hella tempted if I wasn't in the Air Force, because that's a violation of Uniform Code of Military Justice, Article 134. If you're nice, but like, you know, it's like I didn't want to. My career was, you know, on the uprising. You know what I'm saying? Like I was promoting fast and such, getting a lot of awards and such, and I wasn't going to jeopardize the career for a shorty that, you know what I mean, might be running her mouth and I get caught up. You know what I mean? And some hater over there want to like blow my spot up. That ain't the only reason. It's because I'm a stand-up guy. I'm just saying that there was there's just other consequences, okay? I had things to lose, so I definitely wasn't going to cheat. You know, but if I was a civilian, I probably would have been a little bit more tempted. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah. I mean, for me, that was the beginning of the end for me in that situation, because like you said, and when I was gonna say too is, I just reminded me, sometimes it could go further than that, because definitely stop attempting, because I definitely stopped attempting. And then it became a point where I wasn't even turned on no more, you know what I'm saying? Like, at all. And it was like the point of no return. It's like, I'm good. I don't even want it no more. Like, I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So then that's where you definitely could start, you know, the mind wanders, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely was like checking out, like, oh yeah, this is over for this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and of course it came to that point where it was, but you run that risk, ladies, you know what I'm saying? And some things could definitely get to a point of no return. I know people always talking about fighting for the relationship, and I feel like, again, I guess I'm biased because I mean, just dealing with women, I only hear it from women. I don't know if men do this too, but I feel like women a lot of times say, you know, fight for the relationship, why you giving up, stuff like that. But it's like, yo, like at some point, you just ain't no coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had a lot of time to fix this problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, I don't want to fix it now. Like, year, 2 years later, it's like, all right, nah, fam, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's move on. So you got to be mindful, man.
Nah, big facts, big facts. Be mindful, ladies, and on the fellas' side of the house, if you're experiencing this, you may be eligible for compensation. I'm just playing. I mean, like 3 a.m. commercials or something like that. You know what I mean? If you got some mesh with it, I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about? Little commercials. But fellas, if you're experiencing this, I just encourage you, hey, have a conversation with your lady. Be candid, you know, and ask them, you know what I mean? Hey, my intent is to bring up something that, you know, it may be bothersome to hear. Do you mind if, like, I'll be candid with you? And are you willing to kind of, you know, just hear me out and set that up? And, you know, if she accept, yo, be blunt. You know what I mean? Be blunt with it and let her know exactly how you feeling and allow her to make that decision and course correct. And if she decide not to course correct, yeah. I mean, it might be a done deal. Yeah, man. Hey, there's a lot, you know what I'm saying? But you know, there's two sides to that coin there. You know, ladies don't hold out, fellas don't step out. Have that conversation and wish y'all the best. But yeah, low libido it just sucks all the way around.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, all right, man. Hey, it might be around that time, man. Little King's Corner.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think so.
Favorite time. One of our favorite segments here, King's Corner, a.k.a.
You're
bugging. Come on, there's a lot of dudes who's been bugging lately.
A lot.
I mean, it was a lot of good shows, bro. Oh, no. But there was one in particular that kind of stood out. All right, man. On the gram, saw this video. It's going a little viral. I think the dude might have been clout chasing, and I don't know if the story is 100% accurate, but nonetheless, I know it's a representation of what happens.
Oh, facts.
You know what I mean? So the story is basically YG, famous rapper, posted a photo of him at a party. In this party, you can see a bunch of people in the background, a bunch of dudes particularly, and there's exotic dancers. There's this one particular exotic dancer that is the center of the photo. Right. Very beautiful woman, scantily clad. Basically, she don't got nothing on. Right. And she got it's a pole, and she got her leg just like, you know what I mean? So one leg on the ground, one leg basically all the way up, and she holding her leg up. Yeah. And there's, an emoji covering the crotch. Yeah, man. Very professional. You know what I mean? Very artistic. Yeah, I mean, this was an art type of photo right here. You know what I mean? It could be framed and put on the wall.
Right.
But so the photo, it was one of those.
Okay.
So he posted on his Instagram. YG posted on Instagram. YG is very famous for y'all that don't know who he is, right? So it's getting hundreds of thousands of likes and views as such. Right. So this dude does a video, and he's like making a video talking to YG, and he's like, "Yo, YG, I've been getting hit up all day. Like, that's my baby mom's in the photo." He's like, "Yo, YG, do you mind taking that photo off your page because that's my baby mama?"
Hey, who man is this? Boy, if you don't...
Like, hey, yo, my mans. You're asking another man, and he's like, "Yeah, like, that's my baby mom. Like, I don't need her looking like that out there. Like, if you don't mind, like, I ain't trying to be no goofy adult like that, but like if you could take that picture down of my baby mom's." Come on, man. Hey, yo, my mans. You're bugging. Number one, you ain't say your lady, you ain't say your wife. And two, in the video, he was like, she told me she was going out with her girls, and they were going. Yo, my man, she busting it wide open. You know what I'm saying? She pee-popping on a handstand. You know what I mean? Like, she had a YG party showing out.
Right.
Why are you making a video of your baby mom? Like, and that's your baby mom. It's your baby mom's, my G. If that ain't your wife or your girl, you have no say-so.
Facts.
If you really want to say so, wife up. I would recommend that. The way she was busting wide open, and she already lied to you, so she clearly don't want you to know where she at. You're bugging, my guy. For you to have all that background and you still pleading for another man to take a photo down, you bugging, my G. Super. If anything, if that's just your baby mom's, capitalize on it. If she that fine and she willing to do that, manage her, make that bread, bro.
Now we talking.
What's your thoughts on that one?
Man, you know what I'm saying? So this actually, I'm glad you brought this up for King's Corner, because it reminds me of a topic that we had a few weeks ago. We said we was going to bring it back up and didn't. So it's the perfect time. Men who reach out to other men for their girl doing something, I don't care if it is your girl, your ex, your baby mother, you're bugging. You're wilding. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you don't approach another man about something your girl is doing. Like, she made her choice, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she chose.
Right, she chose. You know what I'm saying? So you take that up with her. You know what I mean? Like, you don't take that up with another man. He don't owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different if, okay, you had a friendship with this dude. You know what I'm saying? That's a totally different story. But if y'all don't know each other, you have no type of relationship, he don't owe you nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't he don't got to honor nothing with you. So it's like, clearly she's down. Like, she's sending signals. She's enabling him, welcoming him in. So there you go. The door's open. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it all comes down to that. So please, man, talk to the women. Stop DMing men. Stop calling them. Stop, like,
don't do that.
It's foolish, man. It's really foolish. It's not going to get you nowhere. Because guess what? She probably still going to keep messing with him.
Indeed.
Like, so
big facts.
What difference does it make? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like,
you bugging out. You're bugging out, man. For real.
I heard it from there.
Cut your losses and move on, man. You know what I'm saying? Move on.
Hey, they don't call him the Hungry HD for a reason. You better take them gems and you better apply them, fellas. That's like, come on, man. Stop being so emotional out here. Yeah, now the mental health guru's going to come at me. But you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, yo, don't do that. All right? Be a man. Come at me. Whatever. All right, man. That was the King's Corner, you know what I'm saying? AKA You're Bugging. And man, we're gonna be back after the break. We gotta refill, all right?
Absolutely.
Don't go nowhere. We still got a whole nother half for you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's your boy Trell Maurice
Hungry HD.
We ain't out.
You are now tuned in to the Peace King podcast.
Hi, I'm Hungry HD. And as a serial entrepreneur, I've been known to wear many hats. Sometimes so my clothing brand Stay Hungry Cloth.
Oh, yes.
It's the glory to God for me. Sometimes it's one of the hosts of the Peace King podcast, peacekingpod.com.
Nice.
Oftentimes, it's even a Jimmy hat.
Wow.
But today, we're here for something else. I'm here to talk to you about the hat I wear for my dessert brand, Sweet Renaissance. At Sweet Renaissance, we specialize in baking sweet potato cheesecakes.
What?
And when I say we, I definitely mean me. These two beautiful brown hands bake some of the best sweet potato cheesecakes, not just in the state, in the country, or even the nation, but the galaxy. That's right, you heard it here first. If you don't believe me, go to our Instagram and our website and read the reviews. But you don't have much time to waste. With the holidays right around the corner, you've got enough on your plate, enough cooking to do. Let us do the baking for you. Go over to sweetren.com and place your holiday order today.
You are now tuned in to the Peace King podcast.
We are back.
Yes, sir.
Listen, you follow that Peace King Pod on the gram.
Do that.
Subscribe to Peace King Pod on YouTube.
Do that too.
Follow Peace King Pod on all streaming platforms.
Should have already been doing it.
Facts. Follow at the Hungry HD on the gram.
Yes, sir.
Follow at Trell_Maurice on the gram.
Please do.
Listen, man, it's very simple. 1, 2, 3, easy peasy.
Let me
Get it
squeeze
done.
you.
Yeah, lock in. Lock in.
You heard my bro. Come on now. Do that. Hey, man, hey. I need to know your thoughts on this one, bro. I've come across this situation a couple of times. And, you know, I actually don't even know truly. I mean, I guess I usually get, I ain't even going to get my 2 cents. For y'all out there, what am I talking about? I want to know my brother's thoughts on dating a woman
Okay.
who's dated women
Yeah.
in the past. It could be like their most recent ex or whatever, but they had a girlfriend.
Right.
You know what I mean? A full-on relationship. Not they dabbled a little bit,
Right.
but that was they shorty only. I don't know if we had this topic before or not. I can't recall, but it's one of
think we
those.
did.
Yeah. I just want to. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it could be very beneficial.
Okay, all right.
See, now, I know a lot of y'all, you're thinking that I'm talking about in one particular way. But I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So that is the obvious. We're going to put that to the side because we can get into that too. And we should get into that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean from the standpoint of the experience.
All right. Talk about it.
They can relate to you and with you on dealing with a woman and things that you go through when dealing with women in a relationship.
Okay.
So when you have certain conversations, they get it in a way that the average woman who doesn't, live that lifestyle won't get. Like it's almost like talking to one of the homies. It's like, and they tap in more to how dealing with women and dealing with whether it's the emotional aspect or just some of the impulsiveness sometime or, you know what I'm saying, some of the things that happen, that come with dealing with a woman, right? And so you don't have to go in depth in explanation a lot of times. You don't have to like scratch and claw for understanding. They just get it. And I feel like, it brings you to, but that commonality creates a level playing field. And I feel like you have sometimes less of those experiences. Now, again, obviously you're going to still go through stuff, right? Like, it just is what it is dealing with anybody. But it's definitely beneficial from that aspect. So
That's interesting.
I think it could be very dope.
No, that's lit. That's lit. Appreciate the response, though. Yeah. I never thought about it that way. It's never even crossed my mind. You know what I mean? So that's why I say that's interesting that they would get it to be in a romantic relationship and trying to do your part and understand them and cater to them in a bit for them to understand the emotional being that a woman is, that if they're self-aware, realizing that they are that way.
Right.
They are the way that they were trying to please as well. I can't even imagine. Like, that's a lot of emotional stuff going on. Like, how did they do it? Like, with each other? I don't know. For me, one is just a lot. Like, y'all doing that, but who knows? Maybe if both of them are emotionally aware, there are plenty of, woman and woman relationships that last and stand the test of time, and they're happy. You know what I mean? But nah, that is an interesting point. Never thought about it like that. Okay, have you experienced that firsthand?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just to add on to that one small piece, like the communication can be a lot better too. Like just for all those reasons that I stated and you just thought about just now. And also, a lot of times it's a lot more fun too. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have like that playful talk, and sometimes like the emotional intelligence and just the awareness of, again, their experience dealing with women. So sometimes if you say certain things or do certain things, it's like, come on, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what this is. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. But my fault. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
But it's dope. Now again, there's another side to this thing, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're ready to jump into that side of it yet. I don't know if you have some other thoughts.
No, let's jump into that. I'll get mine.
So, of course, there's the physical side, right? And then there's the sexual aspect of it. So it could be some fun playtime as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
what if she was in the no disrespect. Hopefully that ain't no. What if she was
I think it definitely is.
Oh, that is?
we can bleep it out.
Hey, my bad. My apologies.
I think
keep it up with the link.
AGs is the proper
AGs?
term now. Yeah,
What's that stand for?
Like aggressive, like if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's what it's for. Like
the more masculine,
male dominant,
the more masculine one of the one, the got swag like a ball player, like that,
right?
That one, you know what I mean? Just
and even like in the woman, the two women, even if one is not necessarily AG, it's usually, because I know you were saying too about all the emotional energy. One is usually a little more aggressive than the other one, just naturally. Right?
Okay. Can't be keeping up with all the terms. I'm doing They're doing every other week. That's crazy. I never heard that one. But yeah, what if she was trying to bring one of those tigers through?
Yeah, nah, we can't.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah. No fly zone. Can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
You was into that?
Yeah.
We good. I get why you came back to the fellas, but we ain't doing all that.
Nah, it could be tricky.
That's interesting. Would you want that phase to be over? I heard her be like, "Oh, that was a phase. I'm done. Never going back."
Nah, I don't necessarily mind. I mean, I just think that it has to be, I guess, it's regulated and check. You know what I'm saying? Like, a clear line drawn, I guess, is a better way to put it. Like, if you're dealing with a man and you want to be in a monogamous relationship, then that's what you're doing. Right, like, and again, if you guys have the understanding where it's going to be some playtime involved, and maybe we bringing a third party in, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, your fulfillment for women is, fulfilled at that point. Like, you good. And now, if we don't work out and you still want to deal with women, like, whatever, that's cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need it to be completely over, right? So,
okay, I'm tracking. So she could be like, yo, you could be fluid, whatever, but be faithful.
Yeah, that part.
So if you with me, you with me.
Right.
I don't care what you like. Because it's just like a heterosexual woman. It's like, all right, if she only likes men, okay. But with you and me, you're still not liking other gents. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You just with me. Yeah, man, I've dated women before, and it was just like, I didn't see any difference, because if the attention's on me, that's what it is.
That part. And that's why I don't know why men, like, some men get bent over. They're not as bent over as wild. Pause. I mean, some men do, but that's not where I was going with it. That's your business, fam. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to shout you out right there, but some men get bent out of shape. Pause. Before about a woman, you know what I'm saying, being attracted to women, and it's like, like you said, I feel the same way. Like, if at that moment in time she dealing with you, like, what difference does it make, fam? Like, I mean, the attention is on you. She locked into you. Like, so what? Why does that really matter? And that's all you should really care about. But I guess that's more about the person than it is the woman, right? It's more about the man and probably some things he need to figure out, or insecurities or otherwise.
Yeah.
And what's another? Look, I'm gonna throw this out there too. Because again, when we talk about this subject, a lot of people automatically think like threesome. All right, like it pops in people's heads. What I do want to say is, you know what I'm saying, a threesome ain't necessarily for the faint of heart. A threesome sounds sexier a lot of times than it actually is. So a lot of men have that fantasy. So for the bros, man, for all my guys tapping in, if you never had one, just understand what that comes with. Because sometimes, especially if you're doing it with somebody that you're in a relationship with, obviously it's going to be emotional connection. There's going to be a sense of ownership in some type of way. That don't go away like during a threesome. Like, you think we watching the Hornos from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Watch, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Marcus and all that go crazy, and you think you about to you think you about to recreate the scene, and it's like, let you start giving a little too much attention to the other one, it's gonna go left real quick. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna be the fun time you thought it was gonna be. So, and it's tough to have a good time if you gotta constantly think about all these things, and if you got all these rules in place, like, yeah, we could do this, but you can't do that with her, and you can't do that. It's like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
The thrill is gone.
Right, like, what we doing this for then? You know what I'm saying? Like, So I just want to throw that out there, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Y'all be careful out there now.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't for the faint of heart, he said. I don't know. We'll see, man. I ain't experienced that before. I ain't really asking for it, but
I mean, listen,
we'll see.
Yeah, if it comes your way.
If it comes my way, it comes my way.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not running for it. I'm not requesting it. I had a lady request that. You know what I'm saying? If the lady wants it, then I will oblige. You know what I mean?
Aim to please.
Yeah, I'm at your service. I'm at your service, shawty, on it, sweetie deanies. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever do you need?
Yeah, and then that would be the thing. You make all the rules. I'm just here. Let me just be an instrument of fun. Yeah, play with the instrument. That's
Nah, you don't gotta pause on that. I mean, let's talk about women. It is
as
what it
you
is.
please. Let's make some music together. You feel what I'm saying? Let's make some music. That's interesting, man. We'll see. Who knows? I'll update the Peace Kingdom accordingly if it happens in the near future. But we ain't gunning for it. Hey, man, let's talk about actually being in a relationship, like full on. Let's say y'all doing a double ring thing. You know what I'm saying? Got the nuptials going. You know what I mean? Y'all been married for a few years. Who comes first? You got kids. Okay, you got kids. You know what I mean? We both have children.
Right.
The children got a mom.
Right.
Who comes first? The wife, your new wife, or the kid's mom?
I mean, it absolutely, positively has to be the wife. Right?
Gotta be the wife.
Gotta be the wife, right? Because,
yeah.
Listen, you had your shot. Your time is past, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
It's all about my union and ensuring the health of that and making sure that this thrives and it's prosperous. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have my attention anymore. Now, who does come first in many ways is our child. And sometimes, unfortunately, maybe fortunately, but sometimes, let's just be honest, it's unfortunate that by default, the mother of your child has to come first through the attachment of the child. And they play on that and try to use that and manipulate that situation too, which is corny. Ladies, stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it's really just about the child. So overall, child comes first, but not the mother of your children at that point. Once you're married, Really, honestly, even if you're in a new relationship, to be honest, but especially if you're married, emphatically, I think it has to be your wife. How you feel about it?
The age of the child matters
That's a great point.
significantly. The age of your marriage matters significantly. And the communication matters. I always go off of needs and wants.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a need, versus a want, the need on either side is going to win. If it's a want, and all needs are met, and there's a conflict in time, and I got to choose, then that's the situation. Who comes first, right?
Right.
And that I'm gonna play smartly. I usually, who won last?
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like a win-win type of person. Like I always wanted to be that way. So in those situations, who come first? The wife or the kids? Here's a great delineation. It's never the kid's mom. It's the kids.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So even with the question, so to be fair, who comes first, the wife or the kid's mom? The wife. Who comes first, the needs of the wife or the needs of the kids? We're going to really think about this because that's my kid.
Facts.
Yeah, like my kid going to be there regardless.
Facts.
I hope that you here regardless. Facts. But I might have to, sometimes I have to tell the kid, like, hey, yo, my guy, like, if the wife got, a dinner party and he want to play catch,
mm-hmm.
I'm always a win-win. I'm going to try to fit both in. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if I can't, I'm going to have to let him know, hey, man, like I can't today or what have you. I'm going to make it up to you. Yeah. And I'm going to go with the wife to the thing. You know what I'm saying? I haven't. I can't even speak from experience on this, y'all. I can't speak from experience on this, but a part of me is kind of like, I just hope that, like, when I've seen it, though, because my daughter, her biological dad,
mm-hmm.
is married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've seen the dynamic between my ex-wife
mm-hmm.
and my daughter's biological dad and his spouse.
Yeah.
I got a case study there. Sheesh. But, we're different people, and that's a different union. So I don't foresee any issues because, it's all about communication. But yeah, the wife is going to come first. I chose her to be, to spend life with. So with my kid's mom, I'm going to have to just explain to her, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, shout out to 1111. My bad, I've been seeing that everywhere lately. But Chris Brown new album, 1111.
Facts.
Tough.
I ain't listened to it yet.
Squirrel. I'll be doing that, y'all. But but yeah, man, definitely the wife is definitely the right answer on this one. But the age of the kid becomes teenager, they get older. I'm gonna have to speak to him, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like a young adult, you know what I mean? Like, hey, yo, my mans, when you get a wife, you need to take care of your wife, you know what I'm saying? Understanding that you gotta protect that. I'm gonna always be there for you when you need stuff, but there's gonna be some times in which I may not be able to be present for every single thing because I got competing things going on.
Right.
And as a man, you gotta take care of your household and your priorities. And this is, sometimes things are gonna fall through the cracks. You know what I mean? But as long as I could be communicative and explain to folks to be honest and let them know that, like, yo, I'm doing everything with genuine good intention.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to upset anybody. I just have to be true and make a solid, sound decision on where I put my time, energy, and resources toward, you know what I mean, here or here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hey, best case scenario, you have a kid with a woman, stay with that woman. Be careful. That's the biggest decision that you will ever make in your life.
Oh, facts.
If you don't have children right now and you are under the sound of my voice, please hear me. the most important decision you can make in your entire life is not who you married particularly. Hopefully it's the same person. Who you have a child with. You are forever linked in history. You are forever linked. Okay? Be careful now. You know what I mean? Be careful. Dang, man. You gotta be careful. And we remiss right now. Like we a little negligent right now.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact. That's a fact.
You gotta be careful, all right? Well, who you have a kid with, all right?
That's a fact.
And while you being careful, make sure you use a big condom.
Got
okay?
to.
You know what I'm saying? Available at Walmart, Target, and CVS.
Facts.
Use a big condom. You mentioned black-owned company earlier.
I did.
Come on, man. And the service is great.
Oh yeah, customer service is on point, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Listen, and here's the thing too, like, cause they sell them in 3-packs.
Yeah.
But they got like the 12-packs too. So if you get that threesome, you gonna need the 12-pack.
Run it back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You need the 12-pack, man.
Yeah.
Don't be out here, you know what I'm saying, dirty dingles. I mean, you know what I mean? Dirty Disney using the same
Dirty
condom
Diz.
on both, you know what I'm saying? And if you even woman are allowing this,
Dang.
you on a different type of time
That's
too. You know
different.
what I'm saying? Like so.
That's different.
Listen, yeah.
I would have
man.
never even thought about that. You
Yeah,
can
you
tell
got-
I ain't had no three. I wouldn't even thought about it. Like I got an entrada one. If I take out it, that's a lot of.
That's what I'm saying. It get labor intensive. A lot of stuff go into this that we don't. That's what I'm saying. You don't think about beforehand. Like
That's
a lot go into it,
wild.
man. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
That's a lot to think about.
yeah, man.
We gonna have to all get tested and wait a couple of weeks and like just about it. You ain't gonna hook up with nobody until we make this thing happen. I had to be with a partner that I trust, and her and I, you know, we get this other person tested to cover the bits. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's a wild world out here, man. There's a lot of nasty folks, bruh.
Oh, fine.
You got to be careful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to be careful. But yeah, man, that's an interesting question. I mean, to get back to it, her wife, you know, the kid's mom. Yeah, man, definitely wifey. Definitely wifey, but my kids got to be taken care of. So I got to have a relationship with their mom dudes.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? A good one, too.
Absolutely.
And there may be times where if the wife bugging a little bit and, like, I really need to be there for my kids and, like, their mom needs my attention, like, she's calling back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she wants to, like, let's say the wife just wants to vent about something.
Yeah.
And my phone's ringing back to back and it's my kid's mom.
Yeah.
Sweetie, I'm going to need you to relax. Hold on.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
I really need to take this because it could be an emergency.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take that. You know what I mean? So there's definitely instances where I'm going to have to respectfully ask the wife to, like, hey, just excuse me for a second. I got to go here. I got to do this to take care of the offspring. You know what I mean? And the type of woman that I'm into, she's going to understand. And there may be times that she don't understand. But as a leader, sometimes you're not going to be liked for the decisions that you make. But as a leader, it's about making tough decisions.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Just ask that for that. Hey, man, sometimes it's solid to ask for forgiveness than for permission.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, that's what it calls for, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, like you said you have the understanding. You know, again, like we bring up a lot of times, and, you know, it's going to keep coming up because it's an important part, a step in the process is having that discussion, right? In the early phases, like getting that understanding together of what the dynamic is with, you know, your co-parenting situation and where the priority is going to lie. You know what I'm saying? So that way, when it happens in real time, ain't no surprises. Nobody's shocked. You know what I mean? Like we already know the protocol and how this goes.
Big facts.
You know what I mean?
Come on, man. You already know. Man, y'all getting gems from two bros, man. Like, yeah, where else can they get these gems like this, bro? Like, just week after week after week, man. We hope y'all enjoyed that episode with Big Scrap, too.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Big Scrap.
Shout
man.
out to him for that, man.
Shout out to Scrap. Shout out to Chew, too, man. Shout
yeah,
out to both
Chew.
of y'all, man.
Yeah.
Dope times, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dope time. You know,
We
listen.
doing it.
More and more in the future, man. On with it, up with, man. You know what I'm
with it,
saying?
up
Oh,
with.
definitely. Look, because we rarely ever say, I don't think we ever really say this, so we need to start, like, call to action. Please leave a review on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because our streaming numbers, audio numbers are rising.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, steadily. And so leave a review. Leave a review on Apple. Leave a review on Spotify, wherever you listening at.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? iHeartRadio, wherever. You know what I'm saying? Because that helps more people find us. You know what I'm saying? If you obviously you like the content. You returning, you're listening at a high rate.
Indeed.
Don't you want other people to get this information too?
Hey, leave the review.
Right.
If anything, if you leave in the comments on certain things, just copy and paste. Just do a quick little sentence, you know what I'm saying? Copy and paste your comments.
Hit
and
the
stuff.
5-star, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real easy.
Because I be getting some dope comments and stuff. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I'll get dope DMs. I'll be like, yo,
Facts.
leave this under the review. Like, this is great.
That's another thing too. I'm glad you said that because I don't know why y'all do that, to be honest. And we not complaining because we appreciate all the love.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if y'all understand how much more it helps if you leave it in the Peace Kingdom for all to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't. I know a lot. Y'all probably really don't understand because you're not really into algorithm and the analytics and the businesses and how they move. So I get that. So this is why I'll be explaining it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the algorithm is set up to where it's gonna boost your content more if it sees people engaging in a certain way.
Big
like
facts.
If it sees you, that you got high reviews, high ratings. It's not just Instagram that has algorithms. Like almost every app platform has an algorithm that it goes by. So it really, really helps us. So if you're not leaving like something that's super personal that you don't want nobody to see, that's different. Like DM that. We get it.
Right.
But like other than that, if you're just leaving a regular comment, because sometimes we post stories and they reply to the comment, you know what I'm saying, in the stories, not in the comment section. I'm like, nah, fam, into the conversation. Like we trying to have a conversation about this. So
Big facts.
man, leave it in the comments, leave the reviews, all that, man. Let us know how you really feel.
Come on now.
Man.
Talk about it. All right, speaking about leaving a comment or leaving a review, it's one of our favorite portions. Speak your peace.
Speak your peace.
Come on, man. We got a DM on this one, my guy.
Oh, I like it. I feel like we haven't DM in a while.
Yeah. And this is the first heard for him, all right?
Yeah.
Actually, first heard. I ain't even read the whole thing, so we about to hopefully get it right. All right, first time. All right, she's speaking a little Spanish in the beginning, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hola. Oh, man, y'all gonna eat me alive. Just flat. Hola, caballeros. I'm guessing that means gentlemen or something. Watching episode 22, Trell spoke about body count and not caring about that, but more on the reputation.
Right.
I am someone with extremely low body count. One hand count, actually.
Okay.
And I haven't been active in years. Plural. For one reason or another, and it's hard for me to trust. Men that hear that are more concerned about performance or my lack of experience in bed. And many are not interested in me because of that. So I find it's a double-edged sword. Now I'm not saying I'm a professional, but I got skills. Laugh out loud. And for me, it's about the chemistry, passion, and letting go inhibitions with your partner. I'm a teachable and love to learn new ways of. I'm teachable and love to learn new ways of pleasing.
Okay.
So speak on it, fellas. Does a little experience mean boring? And why are men thrown off by women that are not in them streets? Excuse my pauses right there because, like, you know, N, like instead of N, she's putting N. Instead of WHY, she's putting Ys. Instead of ARE, she's putting the letter R. So I'm like, I'm trying to decipher and read at the same time. Like, yo, but nonetheless, let me reread that last part. All right. Does a little experience mean boring? So the lack of experience, does that mean boring? And why are men thrown off by women that are not in them streets? There's a lot of assuming in that, but we can unpack that. You know what I mean?
Very
Little experience, so she can count her partners on one hand. When you hear that, what goes through your head?
Well, it does. It's two things. One, I guess how can I word it? Like, you know, I'd say keep it simple. It's a good thing, right? Like, because you just feel like, all right, she hasn't been outside like that.
Right.
And just like for all the reasons, right? Health reasons, reputation, whatever, everything that come with it that you guys can think of, right?
Right.
The other side of it is an experience aspect. I do think about that. Like, might not be that much experience. So those are the two things I think of. But those things they're not necessarily a negative thing. Because I think I said this before too. Like, just because a person has limited partners doesn't mean that they didn't get a lot of experience with those partners.
Right.
But the part for me, honestly, it wasn't even that. What the part that stood out more for me was you not doing anything in years. Like, so that was more so
Yeah.
thing for me. Because I'm like, I'm saying, you coming fresh off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been out the league for 2 years, and now, you know what I'm saying, putting you in a chip. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, I don't know what the expectations is going to be at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, you didn't get no practice in. So for me, I just like, it might be some time to warm up until we get to a place where things are flowing in a
literally
high capacity.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, I could do that. It made me think when thinking about the she could count on one hand how many partners and lack of experience. And I'm like, I don't know too many things in general in life that are more valuable with great usage. Vehicles, usually the lower the miles, better the value.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If it's some shoes, they're brand new, I kind of value those a little bit more than if they've been worn in a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A crib, you know what I'm saying? If you're the first one living in a house, sometimes it settles, it got cracks, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the wall's not painted or whatever. But, if you're like the second owner of the house, then maybe it's a little bit more built up. Maybe the first owner, built it up a little bit more. That's probably a good analogy now I'm thinking about it.
It's pretty
the
good.
first owner might have built it up a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's a better home now. It has some flavor to the home. It got, you know what I mean? But if you the 8th, 10th, 30th owner, that home would have been through it.
Yeah, a lot of traffic now.
The doors coming out the hinges. It's flapping. The doors is flapping.
The walls, the floor's creaking when you step in certain areas.
The walls are hollow. The analogy, not the hollow walls. What's going on?
Insulation is outdated.
Like, come on. Light bulbs need fences, smoke detector going on. There's a lot of bells and whistles going on over here. But like, so is it a double-edged sword? I think you might have hit on that a little bit. The kind of like, hey, you got a lack of experience, but not many people can say they had you, and that's a good thing.
Right,
you know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? So that's lit. I think that sometimes as a man, you can kind of feel a little honored, like, word, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting in, like what I have, not many men say they can have. It almost makes it a little bit more precious, if you will. And she said she got skills, like you go, and you're willing to learn. I think that sometimes a lack of experience can also mean an eagerness to learn more, which can be beneficial for the man.
Right, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You want to try new things because you've been at a deficit of you know what I'm saying, the Disney. Trying to have a little fun.
I think that part is actually more important than anything else, just the willingness to learn. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have an open mind, willing to learn, and you able to turn it up to whatever level, your man requires or needs, then I don't see any reason why you can't be fine and prosper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in the future, he's in your sex life.
Absolutely. I think that answers the first question there. Does a little experience mean boring? I don't think necessarily. No, your experience doesn't mean boring or the lack thereof. It's your, if you don't desire to be intimate, if you don't desire to try things you may not have tried before, that can equate to boring. If you don't want to be active in the bedroom, you just want to lay there, that could be boring.
Right.
So if you have little experience, don't be too shy. Get out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Try new things. If the man is a bit more experienced, like, hey, let him take lead and follow. You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable in your skin. That's one of the worst I've experienced. Like, yo, just a woman is not comfortable in her skin. You know what I mean? I've noticed the more comfortable a woman is, you know, the better it is. The woman's body is beautiful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we don't mind little stretch marks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a little cellulite. You know what I'm saying? Little dimples in the thighs. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that at all, sweetie dang. You got a little punch? Okay, ain't no thing with a chick wearing on the string.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like a little healthy now. You gotta be healthy now. But there's nobody's perfect. And if your body's not perfect, it is okay. Just be comfortable with who you are. Sometimes if a woman is confident in who she is, she looks better anyways.
Facts. Big facts.
Like, that's sexy.
Big facts.
Sexy, like sexy and beauty don't always travel together. They're not like interlinked. Always. You could be beautiful and not sexy at all. And you could be sexy and not the most beautiful.
Right. That part.
What's happened to your sexy?
There's a space and place for all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got to lean into that. You know, and confidence is super key. You know, we can't emphasize that enough. Gotta find some self-esteem, some confidence, and live with that. Lead into that, I should say, and sometimes lead with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, walk in that energy, because that's what's really gonna tell a story and send a signal. Because that's the thing. Here we talk about communication. So if you're dealing with a dude and you tell him that you don't have this experience, and you say, but, you know, I'm willing, and but, you know what I'm saying, I can turn up and all of this. Those are words, and that's cool. But if we lead with some confidence, and you sexy and got some energy about you,
Come on now.
you're going to feel that. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you're going to feel that, and it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? She don't got no, that body count, and she ain't have sex in a few years, but that vibe is vibing.
The vibe is vibing.
Something
You
telling
ain't got
me.
that vibe.
Why?
Come on now. And finally, that last question: why are men thrown off by women that are not in them streets? I don't think men are thrown off by women who are not in the streets, meaning that they desire women who are in the streets.
Right.
I wouldn't say the men desire women that are in the streets for a wifey.
Right.
They may desire to give more attention to the women that are in them streets, dressing crazy on the gram, and you know, working the pole and all that. They may desire that as like a sex object, something to accomplish, to attain.
Right.
I want to have that, conquer that, and that's a temporary thrill. You know what I mean? He's not trying to wife that one. So why are men thrown off by women not in them streets? I don't think they're thrown off. They just know that requires a bit more work and attention, and that's a wifey type. Carry yourself like a wifey type. That's cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you don't want the dude that wants the girl that's on the pole and stuff because he just might not be ready. You know what I mean? If you running into dudes that want the girls that are in them streets, he ain't ready. He just want the thrills. He wants the thrills in life. You know what I'm saying? He still wants to just have fun. And allow that man to have fun. You know what I mean?
Sometimes hearing you say that, just kind of a light bulb went off. Like, sometimes as people in general, I don't just want to make it about women, but we get too like preoccupied with the wrong things, right? Like, we get preoccupied with things, but we don't consider the why, like, behind it, right? So, like you saying, chasing behind, you know, the IG model or this one, that one, the ones that's outside. But again, you're not considering why you're chasing behind them. Chasing behind them just to knock it down, right? Or just, you know, approach it and put them in a certain category. So sometimes women feel a certain way and they get insecure over those things and they feel unseen, right? Because they're not getting that attention. But all attention ain't good attention. So is that the attention that you want? Why do you feel a way about that? Because that's a lot of times what leads to them making certain changes, you know, with their body, with how they carry themselves. And now you do that, and now you become, viewed the same way, and now you getting a type of attention that you don't really want in the first place. Like, it might feel good for a minute, you know what I'm saying? But after a while, that shit is gonna wear off. It's like a high, you know what I'm saying? Like when you first do something to have first experience, and it's like chasing that high, right? But then once that wears off, it's like, oh yeah, but I'm still not with the person I want to be with. I still ain't found my person. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Why all these dudes keep coming at me because they just want to knock it down? It's like, well, ma'am, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you didn't consider the route you were going down and the box in the category you was putting yourself into. And not saying that is right, because dudes shouldn't necessarily view a woman that looks that way or put out certain energy and think that that's all that they're good for. So I'm not condoning that, but I'm just saying life is life and reality is reality, right? So we got to live in that space.
Indeed.
So that's something to consider, man. Like when you craving attention and you think you're not getting a certain type of attention, really consider what type of attention that really is that you think you're missing out on, air quotes.
No, hey, big facts, man. Gems there.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to get when you come to the Peace King podcast, man. Gems on gems on gems. Hey, thank you for submitting that Speak Your Peace.
Yeah.
Keep them coming, y'all. Keep them coming. And man, keep the body count low. Why not? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And if you don't have a low body count, that's okay too. You know what I mean? As long as you're safe, be conscious. And take care of your health. All right. Yeah. DM us at Peace King Pod. For the Speak Your Peace, you can leave a voice note too. Sometimes we like to hear that on the pod. You could call peacekingpod.com. You can submit the email there. Several different ways. You know what I mean? If you're in the DMV area, pull up on us. You know what I mean? Let's arrange that. You know, we like the special guests, of course. You know this. Hey man, another one. Well, we still doing this, y'all. Come on, man. What y'all think this is? Y'all thought we were gonna stop? Like, nothing can stop me.
Another one.
Nothing can stop us. You know what I'm saying? What we talking about, bro? Hey, man, like, yo, we in here, bro. The holidays coming up. Spend some time with your loved ones. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's what it's about. The priorities, the loved ones, all that, man. I don't even got nothing else to say except this is another great one, bro. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We still rocking and we rolling.
Oh, you know what I just thought about? Because you just said that. We almost at episode 30, man.
We are fastly approaching.
The next watch party is on the way.
Another watch party. That's going to come up the beginning of December type. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, actually, we like the watch parties.
The end of December.
The end?
I think Christmas week.
Oh, snap. Dang. Is that far up? Yeah. Hey, man. It's a good time to be alive.
That's right around the corner. It's a couple weeks from now. So we say all that to say, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on your notifications so that you could be aware when the watch party is dropping. Follow us on Instagram so you could be aware.
Big facts.
And we could all be in the watch party together, having a great time as we did for the first two, man.
You already
Let's
know
make
what
it even better.
Yes, Husky. It's your boy Trell Maurice, man.
Hungry HD.
You already know what time it is.
Yeah.
You are now tuned in to the Peace King podcast.
Are you ready to unlock the secrets to a happy and fulfilling life? Looking for a safe space to discuss health, wealth, and relationships? Well, look no further because Live with Trell is here. Join the charismatic host, Trell, as he dives deep into topics that matter most, creating an atmosphere of love, understanding, and positive vibes only. Live with Trell is your go-to destination every Tuesday and Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming exclusively on Instagram Live at Trell_Maurice.